I'm gonna do a little bit of crafting. Mainly because we are now level 9, we should get access to new abilities. Yeah, a better summon creature. Armored Undead Decapitator should be available. I would happily give up the charm ability for that. It's not terrible by any means, but maybe the willpower one. Rapture, we can always buy these again. The thing is, I don't have a good summon unit at the moment. Like, at all. So I would very much like a replacement. And elementals, I can't really... Oh, I might be able to get the elemental. Yeah, water, fire, or air. Do I have missing spells there? Yep, let's get air. Or water. Yeah, let's go with that. Armored Undead Decapitator is better though. However, I don't need to actually do a goddamn thing to make the skill books we need. I already have a blank skill book. For this specific purpose. Since we're going against fire creatures, I'm thinking we'll take Ice Elemental. I'm not sure it's necessarily the best possible option, but I'll take something. And I suppose I have other spells in mind for the air, but I just haven't gotten it to my scroll creation yet. If I buy it or find it, I'll definitely make it. Summon... Ooh, Ice Wall with other. Huh, why the elemental then? Yeah, I think Ice Wall would be better, and we don't have that many skulls, so I can't use it as a regular spell. Problem being, it's probably fairly expensive with my skills, but that's still only 6. No, you can't make that conclusion out of this. I think a summon would be better. The Ice Wall is a fantastic spell. Problem is how we're using them. I couldn't use it during a fight all that much anyway. This on the other hand we can use without too much fuss constantly. We'll replace it at some point unless I get more Hydro Suppers. Not like it's some kind of super useful spell. Point is, we have the extra pace for a new spell. We're going against fire creatures, so ability to just throw down a extra elemental there would be very welcome. Especially because I have a lot of undead creatures, so they're not gonna take the fire damage all as well. Quite a lot of them here. If I go there, that's a 5-man fight. Could we throw you away from your group? No. Still, it's separated. So we might be able to deal with him before the rest arrive. I'm sure they will. The big problem here is fighting among the fire. They'll use it to heal. They're strong when they're burning. So we want to fight them when they're weak. And we don't want them to be anywhere near any kind of fires. He needs to die. That's the main thing we need to achieve. He needs to die now before they heal him. Need to put out the flames. They'll get weakened automatically if they're wood.
I'd take them for a dry shirt.
This would guarantee that he dies.
The time of your death is at hand.
No heals for you.
You need to strive harder against me.
Let's meteor grenade. Okay, this is a good one. We're sort of sheltered from those type of things. Also, meteor grenade is that's a fire essence plus a grenade shell. That's a incredibly useful thing to be able to throw around. Probably waste all these grenades though. My goal in attacking would be to basically try to get access to some of the grenades he has. Although we're sort of protected here with the water and ice, I'm not sure we should give up this position. We'll save the action points. We need to kill these instead of just wounding them a little. Wait for your turn. Yeah, he's gonna die in his first turn. Are you gonna have a meteor grenade too? Yeah, that's a lot of bullshit. They have so many of those. They're super valuable. Because they have a good range and they're good damage, and they rain from the sky instead of having to be thrown. So there's really no comparison. That's a decoy then. We don't want to attack him no matter what. We want to go after one of the guys who throws meteor grenades. It's the knight and against one of the pikemen. There's also water barrels here. I'm not sure what the best way to attack would be.
Baking like a cake.
I'd like to be near the tree so it makes raining crap on you a bit harder. Wondering what to do. There's no way I can do all that much. I'm more or less afraid that whatever I do is gonna be wasted anyway. So I think we'll wait for this turn.
The flames will cleanse your sin.
They can't burn me. And if they congregate in a nice mass, okay. Now comes the grenades. Two grenades, meteor grenades. 3, 4. And fire arrows. So I'm not gonna get any meteor grenades out of this fight, but geez fuck.
Abandon your flesh.
Yeah, abandon your flesh indeed. How about a winter blast bow? How many could I get? If I got a little bit closer, I might get 4. I mean, it's a master level attack spell and we certainly don't need it, but I'm fairly certain I can say that about a lot of things.
Seven have mercy on your soul.
Or did. What did they have? Earth Staff, Cross Scroll, Regeneration Scroll, Explosive Arrows, so... I was thinking we could have gotten meteor grenades out of this. Just take one of the bigger targets and wipe it out immediately. I sort of want to see if, I'll stay here. I sort of want to see if that's possible. I'm still probably going to load. The thing is, meteor grenades are incredibly expensive, incredibly rare, and it's I don't really have a realistic chance of making them. Maybe a handful at best. So if there's a chance that we can go in there and strike at them and get their grenades, that is massively super useful to me. Yeah, it didn't go as planned. I'm not sure it's bad for us. I got it within striking distance to what I was trying to do anyway. And this way I'm not gonna waste too much time on things. I think if I go back a little. Meteor grenades. So we do get them. That is a huge deal. They're totally worthless against these group of losers, but against a lot of other things, they're amazingly useful. That guy has more. Tactics mode works both ways. I guess he didn't have, so you had it. Picked wrong. Well, shit.
I'm too fast for the likes of you.
He probably would have used them if he had them. Oh, he's too close, he doesn't have to use them. Either way, it doesn't really matter to me. I don't want to attack him unless I'm fairly certain I can actually kill him. We'll wait another turn.
The flames will cleanse your sin.
I'm sure yes, they will. Okay, this was a very experimental fight for us. These meteor grenades are worth a lot to me.
Warm as dragon's
They do something I can't do through any other means. Also, they could be fantastic as a backup against Brachus Rex. And 2 of them. A single one is 230 in value, even in here. The rest are more or less just pathetic. Does, without any damage bonuses, 33 to 44 fire damage and creates a fire surface. And it rains 6 balls of fiery mayhem, so 6 times that, and add damage bonuses to that. So it's a decent amount of fire damage. It has a 15-meter range as opposed to the 10-meter range. And when it's from the sky, I don't think this also is affected by the... If I throw a grenade, it can go all over the place. I don't think this will. It will more or less land when where I shoot it. Yeah, there's just no competition there. These are incredibly valuable to me. Much more valuable than the spell scrolls I used to get this.
sweet relief. As good as a new penny.
How many of these fights do we have to have though? Could be a lot of meteor grenades we can get. Actually, we're not gonna get one from every fight we have here. But, and there's the but, we can probably hope to get a few more. Archers don't have them. The knight types might.
Hidden between darkness and light.
Only 2 archers so far in the fight.
Cold hands, cold heart.
They have good arrows.
You must suffer.
But the archers don't really have anything of value to me. The arrows are worthless. Game touch failed, which is fine. If it works, we can do a couple of 100 points of damage. That's pretty much impossible to resist. I guess that's the best selling point of that.
Did someone leave an oven door open?
No one left an oven door open. We'll do the old-fashioned ultra-violence. Just beat the shit out of it.
Your grave opens to welcome you.
So recently I could, with just my own spells and no scrolls, could kill a single one. Also, why am I hiding myself as a snowman?
I needed that.
Bush now.
As good as a new penny.
Because it was, there was ice field there, so hide yourself as a snowman. That's why. Bone footman, bone archer. I haven't encountered footmen before. The pikemen had grenades, certainly. Knights had. Now that doesn't mean that every pikeman and knight will have it. Looks like there's at least maybe a 3-man fight, 5-man fight if we go there. There's a separate archer we might be able to engage. And a couple of archers. Yeah, there's no clear reason why the others should join this particular fight. Also, I'm getting over 1,000 experience points per kill here, which is odd. We would have to. I think we can get very close to level up when facing practice wrecks. Maybe not quite up to a level up, but still. Another bone archer. That's probably a third one that can join up. Explosive and fire arrows incoming.
The time of your death is at hand.
I should have shot him first with the charred. But it matters too much.
Sigurd, grant me swiftness.
Yeah, that's the fun thing about the ice. Goddamn nightmare to deal with.
Soaked to the skin.
Robust male bracers. Nothing too valuable.
Did someone leave an oven door open? Launching assault.
Okay. Are you alone?
A stitch in time, my friends.
I might be able to pull this guy off. Teleporting here behind the cover. Archer friend might see that, but I doubt anyone else would.
Did someone leave an oven door open?
Yeah, pikeman, archer, archer, archer. It's not a bad combination because the pikeman is really my only one who could have decent abilities. Archer, I don't care about, and there's quite a group of turning undead there that won't join the fight. he's dead. And the pikeman doesn't seem to be doing anything special. He'll die when my turn comes up. The water will protect me. I can't do much. And yeah, the melee guys that are still here, they will not take my fight. Just the ones who hurt the initial attack. Want to make sure no additional additions come here. Archers are fairly harmless, pikemen are pretty... Well, it's not exactly dangerous. I'm more or less worried that I might lose out on more meteor grenades. We're okay to attack. A little bit of ice would disable them very thoroughly. I'll go for direct hit or not. I think I should. It's too powerful an attack to waste on just creating a surface. Also too expensive. Whoops. This thing about that attack. Good luck trying to stand up after this. I don't know what he has, that's why I'm focusing on him. The archers are irrelevant. Your physical damage and fire damage is just something I can easily shoot out. What else? What's your resistance to air? You have it. There's a good chance I can't disable him anymore. Also a good chance I can.
Attack of the arrow surge.
Robust leather bracers, so not quite as lucky as getting more meteor grenades. This is fine. We are clearing out the trash from the more important fight. I just wish I could sneak enough at them that I could see what's in their inventory. Pretty much impossible to determine those things beforehand. And I don't like the idea of having to go into a fight just to see what they do and then loading. Actually, I'm gonna do that from time to time, but I'd like it to be because something totally unexpected that I can figure out. A sea coming comes my way, instead of me trying to loot. Get the best possible loot out of the enemy group. A lot of water here. You can't see me right here. Okay, fair enough. See that? Still see it?
My flesh melts before my eyes.
Okay, fairly harmless. The archers pretty much have their specialty arrows, and that's it. Pikemen, footmen. Yeah, that's pretty much a 3-man group we'll have to
Someone leave an
face.
oven door open.
I'll still attack from this side just to make sure no one else gets involved in that.
Feeling hot under the collar.
Just because it's just a 3-man group doesn't mean it's gonna be harmless for us. I might be able to... Pikemen would probably be our primary target we want to attack. This would be the best way to attack it though. We want to pull it out of the group. That's our opening. Then freeze his ass. Where are you going?
Spirits of shadow, conceal me.
Pikesh manish thing.
Hey!
Now we can get too close range attacks to hit it. Either freeze it or try to shock it.
My victory! Can you hear
Well,
the
we get a
crackle
good
of my
shot.
power?
Looks like he doesn't have anything special anyway though. And the footmen seem to be standard issue fighters, except him. Water immunity. Arcane vortex. Water immunity aura. So that's interesting. But aura means there's a distance to it. So not that big of a deal.
Darkness scroll.
Scope. Avatar Frost Scroll. Not bad. Not that good either though. Let them come to us. Probably get rid of the foot pad in someone else. If the vortex guy isn't gonna rush to us, I'm not sure what the aura is gonna do. It's a summoned creature, it'll disappear on its own.
Frost cap skewer.
Then come to me. Very likely they'll slip off. Here we go.
The flames will make you pure.
At least he had enough common sense not to come through the ice. Sure, that's gonna do him all that many favors though.
Rotting.
If we had the man-at-arms heal too, we'd probably just use the heal to kill these guys. Not that it matters too much. Can't have it all.
Surrender to my leeching embrace.
Why are you getting so many attacks?
Lucky find.
thing. All our equipment is in below half health pretty much. Okay. Still in decent progress now. Hike man. Boot man. Archer. Not sure what the best way to attack would be. I definitely like to play this archer type and the lesser useful creatures out of the fight as much as possible through the Spawn Knight. That's something we probably have to ambush first. There's no way, I don't have the attack's power to take it out anymore. I don't have the Winter Blast, another one, and so I'm certainly not gonna use the Hailstone to kill anything here.
Someone leave an oven door open.
Unless I get some kind of jackpot in the skull, then that's a different matter. But then that's a totally different matter.
Teleportation.
Knight, archer. I want to get into grenade range with the knight. I want to lure him here and then I'm gonna teleport on top of him. We don't need to kill him, we need to get some kind of status spec on him. What the fuck is that? Spitfire totem. Well, it's probably gonna Spitfire, isn't it? Still, water weakness, easy to hit. Not sure why this should be troublesome for me. Really have the attack power to kill it. I don't want to leave it there. No, it's not gonna reach us now. Footman is irrelevant. Archer is now irrelevant. All about the knight. And he doesn't move all that much. So we're gonna reach that point on the next turn. Pyramid's a little bit in the wrong place, but not too much. I want as many action points stored as possible. I can always use a skull or two to get the status effect. Also, I'm not sure I want to use the pyramid because it's much cheaper to just run here. We can do a scroll if this doesn't freeze his ass. Not freeze his ass. We're losing a damage bonus after this anyway, so now it's a good time to use the scrolls. Didn't have anything interesting. Still, it was worth a chance to take a look at that. It's not like these two can harm me anymore.
Surrender now. Rain nurtures our land.
Getting them wet wasn't exactly necessary, but it should make them vulnerable to some of our abilities. Bone Archer is dead. We have to do nothing to him. We might. There's no good way for him to heal either, so
Surrender now.
it's just he's dead.
Back on my feet again.
Yeah, if I can knock him down, I can just bash him until he dies.
I need all my energy now.
Right. Not bad. There's another couple of guys away from the situation. The big baddie there is
Feeling hot under the collar.
some kind of twin fire. A lot of fire using attacks, which we can ignore. So he's tough as nails, but not a threat attack-wise. He has the environment is the real problem. He'll have those little shits helping him, and there's some kind of fire totem. So it's not gonna be a simple situation.
Into the fray.
So
once
the
more.
more we can get rid of these little pieces of crap before we encounter him, the better. Knight, Pikeman, Executioner. Yeah, I'm not sure what to expect from these guys.
Warm as dragon's breath.
We are going to try to disable at least one of them.
Did someone leave an oven door open?
I would hazard the guess that the Executioner might be our best bet. They're fairly close to each other, now's the correct type of attack. I might be able to get Ice Wall on them. Has to be Ice something. Can't do it there for some reason. That's bullshit, man. Bullshit. I'll try the best we can, though.
This should slow them down.
Two frozen corpses.
The flames
No one cares what the pikemen does.
quench your sin.
Frozen.
The spear of the Winter King.
It did not actually hit it. That was a total waste.
I need to speed things up.
No longer frozen, and I used up one of my better attacks. So, balls. Stunned, good. I don't think I can do much against the Bone Knight directly. I'll use a scroll.
Ice bites deep.
Sure does. He's out of fight for a couple of turns, so if we can get through the bone executioner, I think we're mostly set. This will shock my own ass. There's clearly water here. Right, not a good idea. Still gotta do something. Cane touch. Please work, please work, please work.
Deliver your ruin.
Fail.
Better already.
Please work. Perfect.
Take another
Yeah,
shot.
pikeman is gonna annoy me a little bit, but that doesn't matter. Regeneration spell. I sort of expected worse from him. How am I going to kill you? Problem is, I'm not hitting all that well. 60% chance, 66. If I use lightning, I'm gonna electrify this entire area. How do you feel about earth damage? Positive about it? Yeah, but water would be so much more effective. I think I'm going to go with Boulder Bash and water attack. No, Boulder Bash. It'll hit the tree. It'll never arrive there. Crap. I don't think head buys. No, everything is just horrible. It has the exact wrong amount of action points for us. I'm going to summon something and electrify things. There's a good chance at least one of us will not get electrified, so we can continue attacking.
I channel lightning.
Yet nothing. You never know.
Frostbite. Meet your demise.
Okay stuff. I'm a bit worried about our scroll use and how we're going to deal with the main baddie here. We've got a reasonable amount of experience out of all this fighting, but yeah. One big butt right there. 2,000 hit points, vulnerable to cold water and air and earth, I guess, and physical. I'm not worried about this one. It may be tough, but I'm very protected against water. I'm worried about the totem. What the hell does that do in this version? I think it resurrected things in the normal version, and that was annoying enough. You might also be able to separate it from the others somehow. It's not 1,600 water. And this is not a good situation. Because I'd have to tank 2 pikemen and an executioner and the twin spy fire joint while trying to hack that to death. It's not about can I do it or not, it's about how incredibly tedious it is unless I have something that has a little bit more oomph on the attack front. So while we are in a position to push toward that, I don't think I want to. I think I'd like to be as well equipped as possible. I'm not gonna get a level up before I do that, but I still want to visit the shops. I'm not gonna go shopping now. I'll visit the other areas, maybe the trapped field house there or the cemetery. The fighting there should all be vastly easier than here. After that, we can go shopping. With the resource we gain from that, no matter what they are, we'll have to deal with this. The Winter Blast would have been no, not even that would have been sufficient. It would have maybe done like 300-400 points of damage, which is nice, but those guys can tank a lot. What the fuck are you? Another one? Not nearly as dangerous as the guys up there. We could also get better summons.
Baking like a cake.
Level 9 is means access to the adept level summons. He summoned some little shits, firecrackers. Yeah, the adept level summons might be a key to doing extra damage. I'm not sure if an ice elemental would do it. While it would probably be effective against them, it would also not last long and die equally. Armor Decapitator would be one. But we don't have that. We would have to make witchcraft scrolls. It's doable if we get lucky. It's not that uncommon either. Okay, I'm sort of interested in seeing what you do. They have some kind of standard attack. I think they're doing fire damage, so basically they can't do damage to me while we're wet. Yep. We're not even wet. We can ignore them then. And he's standing in the rear, just basically doing nothing really. The battering ram is cheap again, because we are using a single weapon. That's nice. What the fuck is that? A feverish corpse. There's multiples of them. I'm guessing it's meant to be a mine of some sort. So we'll have to be careful what route we take. Should not have used this now, but whatever. Got left a buff for the next turn. Yeah, he's a full-on fire creature, so while he might be somewhat durable, he's totally harmless to me.
By the heart of the gods of frost!
He's like a beefed up fire elemental. So any kind of fire damage here will just heal him. Also not that vulnerable to water really, so we probably shouldn't focus exclusively on that. Physical damage seems to be much more effective. That's not how you use it. Rain will. Skeleton is not gonna survive this, and now we're standing in a pool of fire.
Staggered by my right
little
arm.
sidekicks he has. I'll see if I can use the healing to bypass his resistances. A little bit more damage going.
Someone leave an oven door open.
A barely vulnerable state. Yes.
Strangle this frightful foe.
Fail. I sort of didn't want to leave him in this state. I could have pushed him a little bit harder to kill him. No such luck. Healed a little bit, but I don't think enough to matter. The problem is it's hard to actually attack him with all these little shits in the way. I would very much like to kill him, but I'm not sure if I have the attack capability to do that. Do I have a shitty spell of some sort? Even a Navi spell would in this situation be useful? Not really, no. Yeah, this we go. Freedom Touch. Because it costs more to cast in the from a scroll. So no. No. Grenade, maybe. How many hit points do you have? 87. I don't think I have quite that much damage, but maybe. He's vulnerable to certain types of damage. Slashing and crushing. He would take full damage from piercing too, but he has armor class, so naturally that will be mitigated. I don't know. His summoned creature self-destructed to heal him. And now there's a field of fire here. Fire needs to go immediately. I'm actually in a little bit of danger because of that. Ha! So it's not quite so easy. All that much I can do. I think I need to save up points to attack him. I'll drink a potion. Not to take any risks on this. But he's a bit tougher than I thought he would be. I want to try to burst him to death, so I'm saving my attacks. Yep. Fuckers are self-destructing, so he's pretty much at full health now, like nothing happened. He can keep summoning his stupid sidekicks. Deceptively are not easy to take down. If the adrenaline would have worked earlier, I could have killed him. Shit. Can probably still freeze him, so the status effect should work. Not to maintain the status effect, on the other hand, is becoming increasingly more important. Do we have an abundance of certain type of summons, maybe? Ice Elemental, Beast, wouldn't be that strong anyway. Air Elemental, maybe. I need something a little something right now to help the damage while he's incapacitated. That won't last. And as long as he's incapacitated, I don't think he can summon anything. So, I need to take advantage of this. Please don't chuck your own ass. No, save the points. We can store them. He has a 95% chance of resisting getting stunned by this attack. Still frozen though. How much physical damage could I do? 31. Blocks 50% of it. I think I'll kill my own ass a little bit. There's no telling how long this fight's gonna go on. But he's still super frozen. I'm not sure why. Freezing shouldn't last this long. Pathetic damage.
Bless the Saturn! I am restored!
Okay. We're gonna lose the summon, so new summon.
Awaken and serve!
Stunned my own ass. Yeah, this is what I've feared. Still, he doesn't have the summoned creatures out yet. He will summon them now. But yeah, the stun, hey, it worked both ways. Everyone's stunned. Everyone is stunned is good for us. It means he'll lose health while we do nothing. And still continuing. Look at a single turn to end this. He'll summon his friends, right, but that's all he can do now. There's healing comes from the one's there. It's not now. We need to kill it. I'll take the extra damage boost. Very much. I should have my ice spells ready.
I invoke my device.
Can't use this. It might kill it. Thing is, I need to kill it right now before anything else happens, so I can't take that chance. I need to be able to follow it up with something. And I'm dead too. Fuck you, game! Well, I can't have the luxury of moving and then using the scroll, so it won't change much. Plan is still the same. I guess everything here explodes quite explosively. We won't die from this. Not sure how far away I need to go. Yeah, and the thing is, it's lava type damage, so it's not like just a little bit of fire added there. It's the real deal. Okay. Deceptively simple looking fight.
Time to get your feet wet. Did someone leave an oven door open? On the men.
Yeah, it's a permanent lava surface. No, not permanent. Lasts for some time though. Ah, not worth much. Bloodstone. I had no recollection about this. I guess that's something we can explore at least. Right, I think we are going to visit the town just to get new scrolls. I don't think we specifically need it for anything else but the fire twins, mainly because they have so many hit points. I need something that I can either do a massive amount of physical damage or upgrade my own spell selection a little bit. By the way, where are you? Desolate Farms, I'd say.
It never rains, but it pours, eh?
Yep. We could get access to a... What exactly are we gonna get access to with this?
Welcome back, Source Hunter. Ha! It happened. It's all. You don't know, I'm sure, but this is.
This? So we could get our other companions, which we don't have, to stay here. That's it. It's not really all that useful for us. Guess it will
What an impressive room.
continue the storylines a little
A
bit.
hall fit for kings.
Astarte.
You bad-blooded. He won't believe me, the fiend. But they have come, as I prayed they would.
Anything with a bottle is worth taking, I'd say. And break the bottles. We are not interested in their contents really. Just don't take any end of time items. They'll have no value outside of this place. Most of this is just trash. Empty chest. Ability to hire companions. Old papers. Is that it? Place to rest. Blank fire scroll. Okay. Nothing really all that interesting here.
Who do you think that creature in there was?
I haven't the foggiest. But the eerie bit is that she seems to know us.
What did you go to?
Ah, the Starstone Seeker's writ for now. I will refrain. In the meantime, and in the interest of saving time, please tell me your thoughts about the lady you deceived. But no, you have my.
Another one. So I haven't been here in a while, I guess. I honestly don't recall
This
at all.
place looks rather cozy, doesn't
So
It does. Almost
By
like
the fangs of the sky, look at what you.
it? That demon.
right.
and none too friendly either.
Air doesn't work. Tenebrium doesn't really work. Poison doesn't work. So earth, water, and fire. Change your appearance, mirror. Now we can send our excess loot here if we want to. So this might actually have some real use for us.
This isn't my chest, which
This
somehow
chest?
I knew.
I know it to be mine. But how?
Golden pork. Kitchen utensils seem to don't have the end of time written on them, so I'm guessing they retain their value outside. Cop this and that.
This chest, I know it to be mine. But how?
An eyeball, yeah. A couple of useful medicinal herbs to make pixie dust out of this. That's it. No letters. I'm not sure if I want to even bother to talk to Zigzag about this. Suppose I should. It's an easy dialogue to go through. Not to make any real choices. Actually, I'm not sure about that. Better save.
I wonder, do you know more about the void? Good to see you, most certainly. I can't think of a better. So they are yours now. Like you, she is like the imp said to the ballista operator. Are you? But if she has, I fear she may lone. Well, perhaps you can imagine. Neither do I. This we may, wouldn't it? Just from what I ruins, caves.
How welcome you are upon this realm, our most honored guest. I hope you begin to find this place more familiar than it may yet seem.
I should have the lore mastery to identify these. But it's inconvenient to lead this. Immunity to blind? Are you kidding me? You pay for the rest. Ooh, she does have some gold.
Threads I weave. She is one whose hears the instigator. Can the answer duty? The thread I can click, but how can
Yeah, this is not useful. I mean, we can do it, but I'm not getting anything out of it. I guess we're gonna do the shopping trip. We don't specifically need all that much. We don't have to do crafting or anything like that. Maybe we'll do scrolls at the end of it, because I'm sort of hoping we'll get a undead decapitator. Armored undead decapitator. Armored part is the relevant thing.
My target dances in shadows.
It doesn't dance a goddamn thing, it's just stuck at hitting things. Okay, let's remove the damage bonus.
Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the
A
foulest
dance
of the lot
to
on
the
my
death,
hands.
and my steps the dainty.
Right. More or less, I'm mainly interested in the type of scrolls there. So water would be useful for us. Doesn't really matter what type. Might be able to use the ice walls to manage things, but I don't think so. The main problem is on the damage front. I need to do 3,500 points of damage. It just isn't gonna mysteriously happen on its own.
Yes, good friend.
And our
I'm
damage
quite
spells
busy
usually do
finding for
something
the moment,
like
but if
around
there's something you'd
100
like to
with
buy,
damage
I could set all
bonuses.
that aside for a few
Usually
delicious
less.
moments.
So it sucks. We could lower their resistance a little bit, but would this really do all that much of a difference? You'd have to have someone to follow up on that. I suppose I can see a couple situations where it might make a difference. We could also take water damage once, which I don't see why we would. Because it wouldn't affect the cost of the blasted thing, that's the problem. Immunity to burning. Not necessarily a horrible thing because this literally is immunity to getting a minus 30% to your fire resistances. Against fire enemies. A lot of fire enemies. So it might not be a good overall item to wear, but it might be excellent in the follow-up fights we have to do now. I am not sure if I have the funds for all this. Do I have a blank fire skill book? I don't think so. I might have everything else. Also, it's a crafting component. Yeah, don't have that. I also don't have 4,000 gold, so something's going to have to yield here. I'll smelt the weaponry, I don't want to sell them. There's not much to sell though. I have to craft things. Even if I sell potions, there's not enough. Yeah, there's definitely not enough. Gotta do crafting. Gotta do it. Well, that's not mandatory really. No, there's that. Crapping.
Goodbye then, good friend.
Realistically, what could I do to create cash? Significant amount of cash. A little bit of smithing, maybe. That's more or less it. I'm not selling pixie dust no matter what. I can do a few armors. They're not usually super valuable. I think they're valuable enough. I also have some extra weaponry which I can smelt. I can produce a decent amount of items out of that. I mean, we can do it. Problem is, I can't do it here right now. So we'll have to go somewhere else to make the money first. Come back here later. Which sucks, but the equipment available would help us immensely. And we could use some help. The immunity to burning is not a trivial thing. Not a trivial thing at all. I might be able to do the necessary purchases here immediately though. We have enough branches to combine into a few staves. Not super lucrative, but it'll do probably. Also, I don't really have a huge use for the branches outside of this, so specialty armors. Don't think I'm gonna save anything this time. Squeeze as much money out of this as we can. Might be able to brew some concoctions. Those scraps would be also good for an armor. Slight improvement over our current one, not enough to warrant a change. Anything else? Nothing all that interesting as far as I can see. I could make a couple of potions, but it wouldn't be all that interesting. Still, this is enough so we can at least buy
Yes,
things
good
here. I
friend.
don't have to come back.
I'm quite busy finding for the moment, but if there's something you'd like to buy, I could set all that aside for a few delicious moments.
The ring. Needed to burn. Right, I think that was it. 4,000. $3,867. 4,256. We earned a little bit of cash. Like,
Goodbye then, good friend.
goodbye, good friend. We need more money though, no matter how we do this. There's a couple of weapons I can smelt. Right, it's not gonna be super valuable, but it'll probably enough to buy us the crafting components. No new wood, no new paper. We haven't been using our firestorm grenades for obvious reasons, so we don't need to do any replenishment work here. Need to sell the silver away, that's no real use for us. We have a couple of specialty arrows. I've probably picked up a lot of arrows. I don't even think about selling those though. Naturally we want to get rid of them, we have no use for them. Just not an item I think about selling. Not exactly a huge number of those either. Not a huge number of blank scrolls either. I suppose I haven't actually done all that much shopping yet. Witchcraft scrolls we can create a massive amount. And I think I'll probably do more or less for around a dozen of those no matter what else we get. Because if I can get the armored decapitator, that's our summoned creature problems solved for quite a while. I seem to recall using it right up until the end of the game. It's just so useful. It's fairly straightforward fighter. That's what it is.
Potions
That's,
to our
that's
gracious
all it ever
patron.
needs to be.
I see
It's
your
tough
charred eyes looking a bit teary. I've just the potion
and
for
does
that.
a lot of physical
Or would
damage.
you prefer a toasty fire spell to dry those vapors?
See who's ever seen.
Quiet day on the market, it seems.
Not sure if I buy pixie dust. Paper is becoming a much larger problem. I can do vastly more pixie dust than paper. I have to use it on other things.
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Okay. I never do the daggers. I've been planning on doing them for quite a while. Never do them. I suppose it's not important in a way because there's not that many of them, but I should be doing them. I'll also visit with Esmeralda. She does not have crafting components, but if we're gonna bring a burning, that's already very useful. There might be other similar items on sale. Gotta keep an eye on them.
Get a friend.
Key of Sadakandras.
A little bit of air damage.
What nonsense. Is there no new book to be discovered in this library?
We could also get lucky and get a hailstorm from the ice water skulls. I'd definitely use it at this point. It's not like it's mandatory by any means. It's it'll probably save me about 10 to 15 minutes of fighting if I start the combat with something like that.
The hunter returns! I hope you are here to shop rather than sleuth.
Okay stuff. Nothing that we need to buy. It's really one shop. No. There's the people on the north side of the town are still on. I haven't visited those. Really, there's two shops there. One sells equipment, other crafting components. So not that much to purchase anyway. At least I got a ice shard out of this. It'll make things easier. Not against the totem. Totem is physical combat mostly. Twin by fire is pretty much I can ignore him. So it's more or less convenience
How
purposes.
gratifying to see you return. You are quickly becoming my favorite customer.
Nothing even remotely interesting.
Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah.
Any new equipment please? No, the Legion captain has the best heavy armor equipment. Terrible spells for us currently. Even generally speaking, I probably wouldn't buy those. Shield specialist luck. Could have been a good belt. It is not.
Come on with the dramatics. It's not as bad as all that.
So final crafter.
Well, Source Hunter, you come to the right place, you have. I got every style of equipment to fit you from head to foot, if it's a trade you're after.
Nothing horrible, but nothing particularly interesting either. Put on scrolls. 2 blanks and 1 paper sheet. Right. This will help me earn money later. And we are looking at a decent number of spells, blank scrolls too, so it's worthwhile to do them. You can expect at least 1 master level. Too bad the poison doesn't really work on the fire creatures either. I wouldn't use it even if it did, because it'll just ignite them constantly, so it'll heal them massively.
Ah, the Source Hunter. Oh, joyous hour.
Muted blind. Nothing really that I would consider useful for us. Nothing bad either though. Just meh. Okay. I guess we're gonna more or less leave things at this. See if we can craft something still. We're looking for an upgraded summon creature. We have 10 pixie dust ready, so I think I'll just turn those into scrolls. I don't want to do any extra. I could do massively more. Yeah, at least 24 more. Voodoo dolls wouldn't cut it against the fire creatures. It just isn't enough damage. None of it is enough. Okay. I have a blank one, surely. Even if this doesn't produce the Decapitator, which is likely doesn't, it could still produce a lot of useful master level spells. There's like at least one good damage level there and a lot of good debuffs. If I could reduce a target's resistances by 50%, it's yeah, that's not exactly something to just shrug off. What about the extra gear there? Do we want to make extra skulls? I don't see why not. We want to sort of hold on to 2 at constant every time. But especially on the waterfront, even if this doesn't produce anything hard hitting, it'll still be useful. Maybe hold more 4 in the storage, and everything that goes above that turn into skulls if you have if they have the capability. Right. Any jackpots? Fingers crossed. How many do we have? 20. Sounds good. Drain willpower and a scroll. This is would be useful in a long fight. Or could save my ass in a situation. Invulnerability. That might be useful in a long fight. Undead Decap. Summon Armored Undead Decapitator. This is what we wanted. Powerful Skeleton Knight. Duration is also good, so it'll last for 5 turns. Summon Willpower again. Again, might be a bit excessive at this point. Another Decapitator, which is good. The scroll will be cheaper than the actual spell. And again, that's maybe a little bit excessive. Ooh, Death Punch. 300-400 crushing damage to a target near you. And that's without any damage bonuses on level 9, so that'll keep going up. It's a lot of physical damage, so preferably we want to save these for targets that have massive amount of elemental resistances. And Vampiric Touch. I'm very pleased with what I saw with the Witchcrafts. I might as well actually do this immediately. Eight. Huh. I'm not using Drain Willpower all that often. It's fairly expensive now. But it's with something like this and follow-up skulls, we could basically stun lock a target. Freeze lock, whatever. I'm not using Rapture too much. I'm thinking of we could buy these as scrolls and use them in the few situations we use them, but it's not a good standard spell, I feel. I just can't get enough use out of it. It's not a bad ability itself. But this is one of the better summon spells I can get in the game, so... yeah. 10. It's a good opening at this point, but a little bit too expensive to use in the middle of a fight all that often. And we still have another Bloodstone. I don't want to use that. Not now. And now the rest. Fire isn't gonna be useful for us, but let's see what we can get from that. Shield. Haste. Perception bonus or master level fire attack. This is not the worst master level fire spell, but it's up there. something incredibly vulnerable to fire group, not boss fight group, but a lot of enemies that are reasonably annoying, and a couple of these could end the fight. The problem is we could also use a lot of different type of attacks, grenades and the like. So this is things that we should basically use if we see an opportunity, not hoard. There's nothing hoard worthy about it. We have other ways to do the same thing. Earth. This has been very good for us, generally speaking. Oil. Not a horrible thing. But usually there are better ways to do it. As a good range works through... We don't have to have a line of sight and all that, so we can spread the fire surface easily thanks to these. Still not all that valuable. Tornado. This is a spell I sort of wanted because we have an empty book waiting for it. Clears the surfaces. Even my own surface can be a huge pain in the ass at times. So, another very welcome thing. These have the biggest potential to make a kind of a difference that we need right now. We're not gonna get a hailstorm out of it, but even a winter breath or a couple of extra ice shards would be useful. Yeah, ice shard. This would be more useful to clear out the battlefield of the trash quickly, maybe freeze their ass a little bit. Winter Blast. This is with boosted against the fire creatures, the weaker ones. This is instant death. So yeah, I'm very glad that I came here. This alone makes it worth it. Everything in that aura of water breath will die. If it's the one of the fire knights. I'm not sure these things are gonna get better here, so we have the resources we have, and they're enough. Maybe not enough to put an end to it quickly, but enough to put an end to it. It's gonna be a longish fight, but I feel more comfortable with it. Can do a lot of water damage. Yeah, I think as long as we go for the idol first and destroy it, we'll be okay. So we just have to tank a lot of fire damage. It's not a huge problem. It's 100% unless we were at war. And we are not going to be at war if we drain water upon the battlefield. And what about the equipment? Immunity to burning. Yeah, immunity to frozen and earth resistance probably isn't all that useful here, so we'll replace that. So they can, we're gonna be between 100% and 90% fire resistance throughout the fight. Even if we take a little bit of damage, we can tank most of it without too much problem. And that's without any kind of a fire resistance potions or other things which we could also use, or shields. So I think we should not have too much trouble with it.